Hey guys, and welcome back to part 24 of my Let's Play of the PlayStation 2 and Wii version of Sonic Unleashed. In the last part, I ended by saying that in this video, we're going to have some plot progression. I was wrong. So, when I started the next recording session, I decided I'll just take one quick look at the Gaia Gates. And it turned out I was right. One of the Gaia Gates was open again. The problem is, that pretty much triggers a chain reaction, essentially. So what happens now is that I go into this Gaia Gate, unlock some missions, play those missions, and then the medals then allow me to unlock a door in another Gaia Gate, which in turn has some missions. So we ended up with another part's worth of missions. It's the last one for a bit, I swear. Then we head into Eggman Land. And then, more missions, because that's all we'll have left. So this Gaia Gates... Well, that's what you're doing. Blocking the fire out of the way. I don't know. These Gaia Gates, they start to blend in after a while. What do you mean I only recorded this about 3 days ago? Shut up. Actually, this is the one Gaia Gate that I missed an item box in the test playthrough for. It's a good thing it tells you which continent. It's a bit confusing if it says first continent, because that could be Apostos or Missouri. But a fifth continent, that just means Shamar. I just had to go into the right one. The way that box went up there makes no sense whatsoever. That's better. I still don't think it makes that much sense, but it's better, and that's all that matters. Sonic was sliding on the ground there. Yeah, you can't crawl uphill. Sonic will instantly begin to slide for some reason. I'm not sure what happened there. I think I started drifting? Is that what happened? It looked like I started drifting. It was the one on top of that lonely island that I ended up missing. How that, of all the ones I missed, I don't know. How I missed them, I also don't know, considering that they show up as a green dot on your radar. But I managed. Only I could manage, but I managed. That's an achievement, right? No, actually, we're playing the PS2. There are no achievements. So let's actually get to those said missions, shall we? So we unlocked... How many did we just unlock? Well, regardless, we gotta go to Dragon Road. I think that's where I go first. Yes, it is. And we unlocked at least one in Jungle Joyride. And our first mission over in Dragon Road is gather rings at top speed. Okay, so this one. This is one you have to be careful of when you're collecting the item. Because there are more than 100 rings, which is how many you need, before you get to the item box. Way more. So you have got to deliberately try and miss whatever that is. You have deliberately got to try and miss certain rings so that you don't collect too many of them before you get to the item box. Since the item box is quite a way into the level. Don't know why the game decided to freeze for a moment there. I mean, the loading screens for this version are already quite long. How long? How could it not have loaded something yet? That means we're done ringing that doorbell enough times. This is where I start skipping the rings, so ignore that one. Okay, grab that one. And this, the homing attack went above the spring, and then it hit the, it went to the robot instead. I think this game probably has the longest range of any homing attack. So there you go. I just barely avoided collecting too many rings before I got to the item box. And our item is document 27. Okay, one mission down, but we still got more to go. Thankfully, by the power of post-commentary, we don't need to go through all of the world map and loading screens anymore. So now we have everyone's favourite mission, don't break anything. I guess it's perfectly fine if he breaks stuff though. Don't break anything. That does not include the arrow chaser. You can break the arrow chaser, and I barely avoided hitting that urn. I'm surprised I didn't destroy it then, but I don't care. Also, if my playing skill sort of now goes a bit downhill, it's because at the moment I started this level, I think an eyelash went in my eye and I was sort of getting irritated by it. So that's why I may end up sort of fumbling around for a little bit, like that right there, and all that. So I had an eyelash in my eye, so that's why I stopped. So get out of my eye! Of all the moments to get an eyelash fall in your eye is when you're recording for YouTube. So you're going to need to Hemi attack along the robots. And there we go, just make sure you don't drift into that. This one's quite easy. I mean, they're all probably a lot easier than Secret Rings. I don't think I've ever done... Are there any mandatory... don't break any items missions in Secret Rings, or are they all optional? I don't know. I don't try to commit Secret Rings to memory, but as far as I can remember, I don't think there was any mandatory ones, unless if there is, it's probably like one. But they're all a lot easier because there's no motion control. Well, there can be motion controls if you're playing the Wii version, but even then, you still move Sonic left and right with the control stick on the nunchuck. It's the boost that's the motion controls. But that mission got me up to... Well, the first mission got me up to 60 moon medals, which allows me to open up a door in Adabat. Our first door, and the only one you can get before finishing the game. And this one is pretty much all about activating a lever to turn off the fire. See? And then we have more missions to do. It's like a chain reaction. And I completely messed up that jump. It's like a chain reaction. See, in Adabat, they clearly didn't look after this place very well. You know, despite the word guardian, that's generally what it means. It's to guard, but they don't. This place is getting overrun by trees. This place is on the verge of collapsing. You know, give it some time. So will Holosca. That ice is going to expand. And then when that happens, eventually that temple is going to crumble. It just pops out as I'm going past it. Yeah, this is all you really need to worry about in this place. You're just pulling the lever to turn off the flamethrowers. And you have to do it about 3 times for 3 separate items. So that was 1. Now we're going to go to the one over by the left. Lightspeed dash trail. Everything freezes when you're switching, so when you're changing, so I'm hoping that includes the timer. I'm hoping. I'm not saying that with absolute certainty. Come on, Sonic, you can get up there. Come on, Sonic. Nope. You can't get up there. For some reason, the Werehog can double jump, but Sonic can't. Which is something I never thought about before. Why can the Werehog double jump, but Sonic can't? I mean, there are a number of other ways you can question Sonic's jumping. Why can he double jump in Colors, but not in Generations? Then he can do it in Lost World again. What happened to it in Generations? Better question, why can Sonic swim in Colors, but he is unable to swim in Generations or anything afterwards? It's still a bit of a weird kind of swimming. It's like jumping underwater. You can only do it so many times. But still, you can do it. What happened to it? Right, it's time for another Battle Royale. Usually every time I do this, I have to start singing Casino Royale's theme song, You Know My Name. Because that is, to me, by far the best Bond song that's ever been made. I love the likes of Goldfinger and Skyfall, but no, You Know My Name, it's the best one. And it's got the word Royale in it, which means I have to start comparing it to Casino Royale. Ow. I hate these guys. They deserve to get smacked in the face multiple times. Not as much as I hate these two, however, they had to combine the two of the most annoying enemies in the game. The one that's way stronger than it should be and charges at you, and the one that flies all over. Oh, and they add they add the most annoying enemy in the level as well. Calm down, guys. I know it's a late game one, but calm down. But I think this is our penultimate battle royale. We have one more. And it's a big one. Right, this is the only time we're ever going to see this. You can throw water barrels at the lightning masters. Doing so instantly kills them. This is the only time in the whole game where we're able to do this. Weirdly. Yeah, make sure he doesn't hit you while you're trying to jump over there. But it's such a weird feature. I mean, I like it. Anything that gets rid of them instantly. As far as I'm granted, I've never seen anything happen if they shoot you while you're holding. If they shoot you with lightning while you're holding the barrel. Hopefully, it then doesn't start draining your health. Just go. Dah! Sonic just pulls that face that he does in the opening cutscene. Well, no, actually, I think that was a screenshot. I think they did alter it for the final game, but it still looks weird. I'm surprised that shockwave still didn't hit me. I know I was guarding, but I let go of the guard as it was still going past me. But it's the only time in the game you ever get to do this, and it's weird. Why can't we get this more often? Why can't that happen to the Fire Masters? I know it's like water conducts electricity, but why would that kill the lightning? You'd think if anything that would make the Lightning Master more powerful. I don't know. I don't really know how electricity and stuff works, but that's what I would think. But that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen in the next mission as well. That I don't quite make it. It's really annoying. Right, we're still not done in Jungle Joyride yet. Reach the goal without getting hit. A tough one because of the really narrow platforms. Trying to destroy these is a waste of time is what I'm doing right here because they don't give me anything. So basically you got a lot of spike balls, you're on a really narrow platform. Sonic by default will not do that weird run that he does. You can dash, but otherwise you're just walking. And you gotta try and get over all of the other obstacles, and they give you enemies. So granted, I don't think these guys are mandatory, but they will follow you. Dark frights of all enemies. Before this playthrough, I rarely ever did the beatdown. It's actually really useful against dark frights. Why did I not use this before? It's not that useful against the other enemies, but it is for the dark frights. This is my top speed, without dashing. But dashing makes me very uncontrollable. And now you have to start destroying the objects. Just remember, Sonic will always be moving with every attack you do. Oh, don't do that. So there's our goal ring. However, our item box is a bit of a sly one here. So grab this conveniently placed water barrel that really sticks out amongst everything else. Go past the goal ring. Jump on here, and then very quickly you get off again, or it will fall down. Yeah, they try and tease you a bit there. You sly dogs. Dude, that really bothers me. I've already done it, but that really bothers me. Well, that is not getting fixed for some time. Because we only have one more mission here, and it's a day stage. Once again, in Jungle Joyride. We're getting a lot in Jungle Joyride now. I mean, it's the only one that we haven't done a lot of missions for yet, I guess. I don't think there's an item box in this one. I didn't collect one, so hopefully that's what it means. Another unique area, which is the only time we ever see this place. There's some underground caves. Lots of rings in this area, in this level though. It's not like that one that I ended up failing on in Arid Sands. It's actually rings on both pathways. By the way, Jungle Joyride Days music is very similar to the song, I can't remember, Back in Time, that's it. Which was the theme of Regal Ruin in Sonic R. The music, it's clearly, I'm pretty sure that's what it's based off of. I mean, you do get the odd coincident ones, because Savannah Citadel in the HD version has similarities to the credits theme of 8-bit Sonic 1. In Sonic 06, you can hear Green Hill Zone in Dreams of an Absolution Silver's theme, but that's got to be it. Even some of the other background noises and stuff, it sounds exactly like Back in Time. So it's got to be on purpose. Right, this time, I mean it this time, plot progression. We're heading to Eggman Land in the next part, so I will see you guys then.